Alright guys, Next Gen Strike here, back again for another video, and hopefully I don't have to start the recording again, because I've been having just little things happen in between recordings. But anyway, so today we're going to be ranking the DC animated series, and this is highly regarded by a lot of people. The writing is very top-notch, so let's just jump right into it. Initially I deleted the D tier, but I decided to add it back because there's at least one show on here that I do think is going to qualify for that based on memory alone. So I'm just going to throw that in there. And I know this is a ranking list. I know that some people are going to have different opinions, so just keep that in mind. I know it's going to be a little rough, but anyway, we'll get through it. We'll get through it. So first we'll do Batman Brave and the Bold. I guess we'll just go in order. So I'm going to put this in C. And it's not a bad show by any means. It's just kind of average. I understand that they're going for something a little bit different, and that they wanted to make it more like the, what age was it? The Silver Age, I guess is what it was. I don't really know a lot about the ages of comic books, but it's more of that age where it's not as serious and it's more kid friendly. So to me, it never really appealed to me much as a show, because when it came out, I was older. I was like, I don't really want to watch this. I like more of the serious, darker shows. So anyway, that's for me. Next, we're going to do, I guess, Batman Beyond. You know what? Let's do Batman first. So Batman the Animated Series. This is one that a lot of people will throw an S. I will put it in A. So here's the thing. One, I haven't seen every episode, so I think that's important. I've seen enough of it, but I think what holds the show back is the animation. The animation is kind of limited, and very early on, they had to censor it. They had to cut back on the violence and all that, obviously, because the networks are very strict. I think the storytelling and the writing is definitely top-notch, and with the last season, they fixed the animation problem. So if the whole series had been like that, it would have been like probably an S for me. Again, I haven't seen it all, and it's been a while since I've really sat through and watched it all, but the storytelling's great. The animation is a little slow. The fighting's a little slow compared to, some of these other animated series. So that's why I put it in A. I know that's probably going to make some people mad, but just understand that, I'm being critical. I know a lot of people were very happy and proud of that show, but that for me, it's an A. Batman Beyond, on the other hand, I will put that in S tier. Basically, it fixes the problems I had with Batman the Animated Series. It has top-notch writing. It's really cool. It's like an awesome... The fact that they made this show and it wasn't based on a comic, and it's still this good and still this well-regarded, like, man, I love Batman Beyond. It's so good. I gotta put it in S. It's got just great everything, really. I really enjoyed that show. Another Batman. I've noticed there's a lot of Batman series on here. I think we've went through most of them, though. Brave and the Bold, D tier. I didn't care for this show. I mean, if you guys have been with me for a while, you know that I made some rants on it. I didn't like the art or the animation at all. I think it was very ugly looking. I don't really like that kind of design. So yeah, that's where I would put Batman Brave and the Bold, or not Brave and the Bold, Beware the Batman is what it's called. Yeah, I just wasn't a big fan of it, honestly, and it's, from the episodes I saw, it was just very, very, very just yuck. I just didn't want to really watch it, honestly. Green Lantern, I'm gonna put this in here. I have seen, I think, an episode or two of it, but honestly, I haven't seen enough to rank it, so I'm just gonna put it there. I know a lot of people really like that show, but it's just not one that I've really seen. And I guess I'll go ahead and do the same thing for this, Justice League Action. It's another one that I just really haven't seen, so it would be unfair for me to rank it. I do want to watch the show, and I do think Green Lantern would be worth watching as well. It's just, those two to me, I just haven't seen them, and it just wouldn't really be fair for me to rank them. So, they're down there. You know what? We'll go ahead and do this too. This is another one. I do remember the show existing, but that's really the extent of it. That's just the show that I guess I never really cared to watch it, and I just never did. So that's another one. I don't know. So now we'll get into, I think all of these are pretty interesting to rank. The Teen Titans Go, I know people were going to have some interesting opinions about that one. So Justice League, this is tricky. Where to put Justice League? Because Justice League had excellent writing and excellent animation. But then there were some episodes of Justice League that honestly weren't all that great. But then it had some that were just like top notch, like fantastic episodes. Like I'll say this: I think that the opening, I think it was 3 episodes to this show, were super good. But then there's just some episodes that just aren't that. So, you know what? I'll put it in A. I'll be nice. That's tough. It's tough, but what I do think is better is Justice League Unlimited, and I'll put that in S. So basically, Justice League Unlimited, the writing it seemed a little bit better. It seemed like, they were actually starting to do story arcs, which was a first for, animated DC shows, because typically they don't do animated arcs. They just do kind of single storyline things or whatever. They'll have a 2-episode, maybe a 3-episode, but Justice League Unlimited, they went in with some arcs, and they were really good. So I really enjoyed it. I wish it would have lasted longer. And, I know Unlimited really opened up the ranks and there were more members. I prefer it when it's more of just a smaller cast, I guess. But it was good. I really liked Unlimited a lot. I would say that Batman Beyond is better. I'm not trying to rank these like in any particular order, but I do think Beyond is a little bit better. But anyway, Static Shock, I will give a B. Static Shock was good. It introduced pretty much all of us to a hero that we did not know at all, and he was really cool. I wish they would do more with Static, honestly. It's really a shame because, again, cool character. They just don't do anything with him. It really is a shame. So, I hate that for Static. I mean, now he's in Young Justice, but he hasn't done much of anything in that either. So, I hope that they use him more and they use him well. So, anyway, that's all I guess I really had to say about Static. Early on, some of the animation's a little rough in that show, but it does get better. And I think the writing in the episodes are good and it's entertaining. So, yeah, B tier. Superman the Animated Series. This is one I haven't seen a lot of, but I will throw it in A tier. From what I have seen, it's very good. Animation's good. Writing is good. Entertaining. Like, if you're into Superman, watch the show. This is a series that I definitely intend to watch all the way through at some point, just like Batman the Animated Series. It's a good show, and I want to sit down and watch it all one day. So, yeah. The Batman, I'm going to throw this one in B. I used to watch this, I think, at least when it first came out, but it's been a while. And it was good. I think some of the character designs, well, I will say this. Mr. Freeze had a really awesome design in that show. I think Mr. Freeze looked fantastic in the Batman. But I think some of the art style, I didn't really like it all that much, just the way that they had the characters' faces. But yeah, it was good from what I remember. It wasn't like spectacular, but it was good. So I'll give that one a B. Teen Titans Go. I'm going to throw this in C. So, initially, I think a lot of us felt the same way. We felt the show was really bad. And I can't say that I really watch the show religiously, because I definitely don't. But I have caught episodes here or there throughout the years, and while it does have some very dumb humor, like really lowbrow, almost bad writing kind of humor, it's at the same time it's self-aware, and it can be pretty entertaining, and it has a lot of callbacks to DC stuff. I guess it's warmed up to me a little bit. Like, it's fine, like, I would prefer obviously the original to come back, but I guess for what it is, it's okay. It's okay. Like, it has some episodes that are fine, then it has some episodes that aren't. So I guess if I were to truly rate it, I mean, I guess I could say the same for all of it. I'd have to see more of the show, but from what I've seen, it's okay. It's all right. It's entertaining enough to where I'm not just like, wanting to just flip the channel, I guess. It's okay. I know that might come as a surprise because I've made rants about the show, but I don't know. I guess my opinion's changed on it a little bit. Okay. So now we're down to Teen Titans and Young Justice, the two shows that are about young teenage or young adult characters. Oh, this is going to be tough. A lot of people are probably going to think I'm going to rank Young Justice in the S tier based on the channel, but actually no. You know what? I'm going to rank Young Justice in A tier, and the reason why is because I think as good as the writing can be in Young Justice, I still just, I don't know. It definitely has some episodes that aren't as great. I think that the later they went on, the writing has actually gotten better and less of more. Like in season 1, it was more episodic until about halfway through, and then when it started getting the overarching sort of character stuff, then it got better. And I think it has gradually improved as it's went along. Like I think the writing in season 3 is the best writing it's ever had. So this is a series that's ongoing. Keep that in mind. But I would give it an A. It's not perfect. It does. I mean, some characters just kind of get ignored sometimes, and that's kind of annoying. But I mean, it's a very good show. Don't get me wrong. And yeah, I mean, this will probably go up if the writing in season 3 continues and it just continues to get better and better throughout more seasons. I think it will definitely be an S tier if it just continues where it's going right now. So keep that in mind. It's an ongoing, it's not concluded, so it's kind of hard to rank a series like that. And Teen Titans, this is a tough one, but you know what? I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to throw Titans in S. So, well, not the live action Titans, but Teen Titans is just so good. Like it appeals to DC fans, it appeals to kids, it appeals to older people, it appeals to anime fans. Like it just does everything right. It has really good comedic episodes, it has really good serious episodes. The characters are all really well developed for the most part. The writing is so good in this show. It's crazy, like how it can be so funny, but then it can also be so serious. It's just crazy. So, yeah. And you know what? When I was talking about Justice League Unlimited having character arcs, but you know, Teen Titans had some pretty big arcs in it too. What was it? The Brotherhood of Evil. It had the Slade and Terra arc. Like all the arcs in that show were very good. So. And you know what? I still will say this. One of the best animated DC episodes ever is definitely that episode where Robin thinks he's fighting Slade in the Titans Tower, and it's all in his head. Like, that was so dark. Like, it was just really good. So, I guess that's my ranking. You guys let me know what your rankings are. And, yeah, comment below. If you enjoyed, make sure to thumbs it up. It really helps the channel out. And subscribe. And click the notification bell and do all that other fun stuff. Anyway, that's all I had for now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys later.